Hey everyone, welcome back to the Climate Receipt. I'm Nicholas, and today we're asking a big question. Can business actually make money and be good for the planet at the same time? Most of the time, sustainability in business feels like a marketing gimmick. Companies slap a green leaf on their packaging, drop a buzzword like eco-friendly, and call it a day. That's not sustainability, that's greenwashing. But here's the good thing. There are businesses out there that are proving that doing good for the environment can also be good for the bottom line. Today, we're diving into sustainable business models that actually work. The real deal, not just fake stuff. Let's start with the basics. What do we even mean by a sustainable business model? Well, it's not just about slapping solar panels on the roof or offsetting your carbon emissions. True, sustainability means a company builds environmental and social responsibility directly into its core strategy. Think about it like this. Follow a take, make, waste model. They take resources, make products, and then dump the waste. Sustainable businesses flip that on its head. They design, reuse, reduce impact, and think about the entire life cycle of what they sell. And here's the kicker. When it's done right, sustainability isn't just about saving the planet. It's also a competitive advantage. It can lower costs, build customer loyalty, and even future-proof a company against stricter climate regulations. Let's start with the poster child, Patagonia. This outdoor apparel brand has been setting the standard for decades. They donate 1% of sales to environmental causes. Their Don't Buy This Jacket campaign literally told customers to buy less, and weirdly enough, it worked. It built insane loyalty because people trusted them. They launched Worn Wear, a program that lets customers repair and resell used gear instead of buying new. Instead of treating secondhand sales as lost revenue, Patagonia embraced it as part of their model. And get this, in 2022, Patagonia's founder, Yvon Chouinard, literally gave away the company. Ownership was transferred to a trust and nonprofit, ensuring all profits around $100 million a year go directly to fighting climate change. That's not a marketing stunt. That's rewriting what it means just to exist as a company. Next up is Allbirds, the sneaker brand. Their shoes are made from materials like merino wool, eucalyptus fiber, and sugarcane-based foam. They pioneered using carbon labeling. Every shoe comes with a carbon footprint printed right on the product. It's like the nutrition label, but for emissions. This transparency forces accountability. If they release a shoe that has a higher carbon number, people will notice. And that keeps the company innovating, constantly searching for new ways to shrink that carbon footprint. Now, here's the business twist. Sustainable branding has been the huge growth driver. In an insanely competitive sneaker market, Allbirds carved out a niche by making sustainability part of the design, not just an afterthought. Let's talk digital. Ecosia, the search engine. Every time you search on Google Ads, they make money. Ecosia does the same. But instead of pocketing all the profits, they utilize the money to plant trees. Over 160 million of them. Think about that. A business model where your everyday activity, sometimes as basic as just searching the web, automatically contributes to reforestation. That's frictionless sustainability. And here's the kicker. Ecosia doesn't sell your data, unlike other tech giants. They built their model around two principles, sustainability and privacy. And guess what? That combo has attracted tens of millions of loyal users. If you've ever doubted that small mission-driven company that can compete with giants, Ecosia is the living proof. Now, let me blow your mind with a company that you've probably never thought about, which is Interface, the carpet tile company. Back in the 1990s, Interface CEO Ray Anderson had a spear in his chest moments after reading about the environmental impact of the industry. He realized his company was basically a plunderer of the earth. So Interface set out Mission Zero, to eliminate its negative impact on the planet by 2020. Did they get there? Not perfectly. But along the way, they cut greenhouse gas emissions by 96%, switched to 100% renewable energy in many facilities, and pioneered recycling old carpets into new ones. They also turned waste from discarded fishing nets into carbon tiles, helping reduce ocean plastic while creating a profitable product line. The lesson? Even the most boring industries can reinvent themselves sustainability and win big. Here's another gem, Fairphone, a smart company out in the Netherlands. Their whole model is built around fighting planned obsolescence. You know, how your iPhone mysteriously slows down after a few years, basically pushing you to upgrade? Fairphone flips that. Their design on phones are modular. If your battery dies, you replace the battery, not just the whole phone. If your camera breaks, you swap out that module. They also use recycled plastics and source conflict-free minerals, tackling both environmental and human rights issues. Fairphone isn't trying to outsell Apple or Samsung, but they've proven a sustainable alternative is possible. And slowly, the giants are being forced to pay attention. Now let's scale up. Unilever, the consumer goods brand behind brands like Dove, Hellmann's, and Ben & Jerry's, runs on a sustainable business model called the Unilever Sustainability Living Plan. They've committed to cutting their environmental footprint in half while doubling their sales. And here's the crazy part. Their sustainable brands like Ben & Jerry's and Dove's are growing 70% faster than the rest of the company. That proves something powerful. Consumers aren't just tolerating sustainability, they're rewarding it. It's not perfect. Unilever still struggles with issues like plastic packaging, but the fact that one of the biggest consumer companies on earth is tying growth to sustainability shows that it's not just a niche, it's mainstream. So, what do all of these companies have in common? First is authenticity. They don't just talk about sustainability, they bake it into their DNA. But Patagonia is giving away their ownership. Alberts is labeling carbon. Ecosia is planting trees. Second is transparency. They show receipts whether it's emission numbers, water use, or supply chains. They're not going to hide their numbers. Third is innovation. They think about the product itself. Carpets from fishing nets, modular phones, sneakers from sugarcane. And lastly is consumer trust. By aligning with values, they build insane loyalty. Customers aren't just buying products, they're buying into a movement. And here's the kicker. These companies aren't charities. They're still profitable. They've proven that sustainability doesn't have to be a cost. It can be a business advantage. Now let's bust some myths before we close. Myth number 1. Sustainability makes products too expensive. Well, in reality, while some eco-friendly products do cost more, many companies lower costs through efficiency. Interface saved millions by cutting their waste. Myth number 2. Consumers don't care. Well, in reality, surveys have shown that 70% of Gen Z prefers buying from sustainable brands, and they're willing to switch if the company doesn't align with their current values. Myth number 3. It only works for niche companies. In reality, if Unilever and Microsoft are investing in sustainability, it's not just a niche anymore, it's the future of business. So where does this leave us? The takeaway is this. Sustainable business models do exist. They're not just marketing gimmicks. From Patagonia to Fairphone, companies are proving you can profit while protecting the planet. But here's the catch. These models only work if we support them. That means choosing brands that are transparent, holding companies accountable, and not just falling for greenwashing. Also means we have to rethink what success looks like. Profit is important, but long-term survival really matters more. Businesses that ignore sustainability are basically betting against our future. So the next time someone tells you sustainability is too idealistic, remember this. Companies are already doing it, and they're making billions, building loyalty and reshaping industries, all while helping the planet. It's not a fantasy, that's the future. This is the Climate Receipt. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Which of these companies do you think is setting the best example?